Coming to the entrance of the sect, Xuan Hao was met with the sight of a bustling city spreading far into the horizon. This was the Flying Sword City, one of the many cities under the Flying Sword Sect's direct management. Ha! Sighing a bit, Xuan Hao looked away from the bustling city and instead focused on the examination ground located a little away from the entrance to the sect. The examination ground was bustling with activity, as children had come from all over the northern region of the Heavenly Sky Kingdom to try their luck at becoming an outer disciple of the Flying Sword Sect. Xuan Hao mostly ignored the people present and instead directly made his way towards a pavilion located to overlook the entire examination ground. This was where the true experts of the sect were located. The two core elders, Vice Sect Master and Sect Master, were present there. The outer and inner elders were located a little more to the side, as most of them walked around the examination grounds to prepare the first round of tests. Who is that? I don't know, but for him to enter the pavilion where the core elders are, maybe he's a core disciple. A core disciple. No way. All the children between the ages of 12 to 18 were looking towards the pavilion, hoping that one of the powerful elders would notice them and take them as a personal disciple. Therefore, the sight of someone only a few years older than them entering the pavilion caused quite a stir in the young ones, as they quickly drew their own conclusion on who the mysterious youth was. Everyone, the first round of tests will begin shortly. Report to the place you were assigned upon entry into the examination grounds. A loud voice echoed across the entire examination ground as the people talking quickly shut up and moved towards their designated area, both with anticipation and nervousness. Would they fail or jump over the dragon's gate and ascend to a new high? All of it depended on how the next few tests went. Elder Xuan, I didn't expect you would be joining the examination this time. Looking to take in a disciple, maybe? The moment Xuan Hao entered the pavilion, he was blocked by a giant of man towering high above him. Elder Wang, it's been quite some time, and yes, I've come to see if I can find someone suitable to take in. Xuan Hao sighed internally as he answered. This person in front of him was called Wang Hu, and was one of the two core elders of the Flying Sword Sect. A nascent soul expert. Really? You, taken a disciple? Yes, and I will go take seat as the first round of tests are already starting. Not expecting the answer, Wang Hu blinked his eyes as he stared at Xuan Hao in surprise. Haha, I see. Guess it really is time for you to take in some disciples. Listening to a few encouraging words, Xuan Hao quickly made his way towards the seating space of the pavilion and quickly greeted the rest of the upper echelons of the Flying Sword Sect, namely the Sect Master Feng Chen, a 7th stage Nascent Soul expert, the Vice Sect Master Zhu Fei, a 5th stage Nascent Soul expert, the other core elder, Wang Lan, who was the brother of the 2nd core elder Wang Hu. Both were at the 3rd stage of the Nascent Soul Realm. To be honest, Xuan Hao still found it surprising how big both of the Wang brothers were, and could not help but think about whether or not they had the blood of giants flowing in them. Soon, the first round of tests began, and Xuan Hao spread out his divine sense to monitor the entire examination ground, hoping to find a suitable disciple. Wang Hu and the others also stopped chatting and put all their focus on the examination ground. The children and young adults outside would after all become the new generation of outer disciples of the Flying Sword Sect. Did you see that young man who entered the pavilion? I could not sense his cultivation, so he is most likely above the 3rd stage of core formation. Our Firebird City does not even have someone at the 7th stage of core formation, yet even the disciples of the Flying Sword Sect is at that level. Hey, if I can become a disciple of the Flying Sword Sect, then in the future, I will also have the support of a nascent soul expert. When I return, even the family's ancestors will have to be polite to me. It's said that the Flying Sword Sect's master is not only at the peak of the 7th stage of the Nascent Soul Realm, he's only a step away from the 8th stage. There were exclamations of awe and admiration from the listening crowds upon hearing about how strong the Flying Sword Sect Master was. In this world where martial arts were respected above all, experts were naturally sought after. Not to mention the Sect Master, there is still the Vice Sect Master, and 2 core elders still at the Nascent Soul Realm. I even heard rumors about the Flying Sword Sect recently adding a new core elder. How strong! If I could become a disciple of the Flying Sword Sect, then the clan's crisis would be easily resolved. Even though the Black Rose Sect is strong, the Flying Sword Sect is even stronger. In the crowded examination grounds, a young girl who was about 15 or 16 years old stared intently towards the pavilion located in the center of the examination grounds. The girl's name was Qing Yi. She was the daughter of the head of the Qing clan in Bright Sun City. The Qing clan she was in was not a small clan in Bright Sun City. It was one of the 2 great clans in Bright Sun City. Bright Sun City was a city located in southern part of the northern region. Although it was located in the northern region together with the Flying Sword Sect, the distance between the two was still quite far. It took Qing Yi and the other disciples of the Qing family nearly 2 months to reach the Flying Sword Sect from Bright Sun City. As the daughter of the current head of the Qing family, her status was naturally very noble and exalted. However, this honor and status was limited to Bright Sun City and the few cities and towns nearby. Qing Yi knew very well that her identity was still important in Bright Sun City. However, once she had left the sphere of influence that the Qing family had, she would be worth nothing much. No one would give her any face, especially in the territory of the Flying Sword Sect, who had Nascent Soul experts holding down the fort. Thus, she had kept a low profile since the start of her journey, trying not to provoke any disasters.